Hi, welcome, welcome. How are you all? Right, so not quite sure who's here. It's a little bit quieter. Let's put this so hello, how are you? Just trying to get this all okay, so just waiting to see who's here. So hello, how are you? Right, so let me just grab some grabbing some decks. Hi May, how are you? You're first today. So what's your question? Let's start off with you today. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I had a bit of a weekend me day sort of thing over the weekend. It's now Monday, of course, here in New Zealand. And of course, didn't realize we had daylight saving, of course, so we're all up the thing. So it's now 10 o'clock, 10:15 instead of 11:15. But that's okay with the change in time. Hi, Alexandra. How are you? So, yeah. Just grabbing some text out of the boxes. Still Sunday. Yes, it's Sunday for you guys. 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yes, Mira, everybody's on the list. So I'm just going to do Maye, then I'll do Alexandra. So Alexandra, can you type in your question as well, please? And then Mira as well. Hi, Bart. How are you? How's it going? Okay, so let me just put these boxes over here. Right. So let's do Maye first. And then I'll do Alexandra. Okay, everyone will get a reading, but it will be done in the order that you've arrived in chat. And I'm only on for an hour, so we'll just see. What does W think of me lately? Okay, how does W think of you lately? What's going on here? Hi, Rashima. Karen, hi. So everyone will get a reading, but it'll be done in the order that you came in chat with. So just give me a moment. So I've got Maye and Alexandra. Mira, Bart, Karen, and then Rashima. Cool. So what does W think of you lately? There does seem to be some trying to blend in the emotional issues, trying to deal with the emotional stuff that's been going on, try not to react in excess with everything, trying to bring everything sort of together in some way. So it does feel like W at the moment is thinking about you and trying not to get too excessive in the way that they react, trying to bring everything sort of together in a complete way. So it feels like there's a wealth of abundance in some way, and just trying to make sure they don't react in excessive way. So they're just making sure they're not reacting in excessive in whatever's going on for them right now. Okay, Alexandra. So I'm just waiting for Alexandra's question. Mira. Okay. Oh, that's good, Bart, that you're doing well. How are you liking your new decks? You're welcome, Maya. You're welcome. So we've got Alexandra, Mira, Bart, I'll chuck your question in here as it's being done. So I'm just waiting for Alexandra and Mira to type in their question. Karen, Rashima, can you type in your questions as well, please? If you type in your question, I can do the reading. Your friendship with Drew. Friendship with Drew. How's my friendship with Drew? But let's have a look. How's your friendship? Oh, interesting. Okay, there's potential there. Definitely feels like there's potential for quite a strong friendship, quite a good friendship, potential for a good friendship. There will be some challenges though, Bart. Does come up with the Two of Pentacles here and the Three of Swords popped out as well. So it does feel like there might be some challenges. There might be, I'm wondering if there could be some misunderstandings in some way. So just be careful in how you react to the situation. It does feel like there's a lot of sort of juggling priorities and things like that within the race. Hi, KD. Hi, scientist. Alexandra, have you got your question in, please? Yep, I just need your question, Alexandra. Okay, so it does feel as though you're trying to balance out some priorities within the situation, and there could be what feels like a perception of heartbreak or betrayal in some way, but it's how you choose to react that's going to make a big difference, because the potential is there for a good friendship, but it's how you choose to react to the situation that's going to make a big difference. But so hopefully that sort of, I do feel like there may be some quarrel, there may be some disagreements, or there may be something that's not quite on par, but I think it's how you choose to react that's going to make a difference, because there is a potential for a really good friendship here, but it's how you choose to react that's going to make a big difference to that. So I'm just waiting for some questions. Thank you. So if we've got some questions, I can start popping. I can start doing. Oops. Alexandra, cool. Oops. Let me do that. Alexandra. Hi, Svetlana. So I'm waiting for some questions from Mira, Karen, Rashima. Then I've got the scientist and Svetlana. Hi, Effie. Can I ask, do my father's family and friend know he's been struggling a lot? So what do you need to know? That's a little bit tricky one, because you're asking whether they actually know. So you're asking a sort of a yes or no type question. Yeah. Which is a bit tricky. Okay, so let's look how we're going to word this one here. Okay, been struggling a lot recently. How will we get the card? Remember, not yes or no questions. So what do you need to know to get married? Not yes or no questions, guys. They don't do you any good with the cards. So what do father's family and his friends know about his struggling? What do they know about his struggling? What do they know about your father's struggling? Okay. What do they know? Okay, about your father struggling. They know he has strength. Okay, they know he has the endurance and the stamina to move through the struggling that he's going through. They know that he has a lot to learn or a lot to discover about what he's been struggling through. And they think that he can get through it. They feel like he's got closure to it. They do feel like he's got the strength. Yes, they know. They do know he's been struggling, but they believe he has the strength to deal with it. They know that he's got a lot to learn about it, but there is that sense of achievement. They know that he will achieve results. Okay, so I do believe that your father's family and friends will get to that, know that he can overcome those challenges. They know he's struggling, but they believe that he can get through it. Okay, they know that he's got some stuff that he has to do this on his own. This is something that he has to move through. Okay, this is something that he has to deal with, Alexandra. That's something he has to move through, the struggling, and he's got the strength to do it. He's got the courage to do it. He can finish off. He can get that closure that he needs in regards to the struggling. Okay, and there's a lot to learn about that situation as well. Got a lot to learn about it as well. Okay. Shima. So Mira, got a question, Mira. Karen, need a question. The scientist. Yeah. Okay. Drew lives in China. You're welcome, Bart. Okay, what can you expect in October? Let's do the Meraki Tarot. What can you expect in October? What can you expect in October? It's interesting, since 3 cards seem to be coming out a lot here. Okay, in October, you're going to go through a lot of changes. A lot of transformations are going on for you in October. It's all about the bounty and abundance coming into fruition, being able to bring things into fruition. But there may be some challenges to that. There may be some challenges in regards to you being able to have the abundance and bounty that you want. But I do feel that you'll get it going through the transformation and the changes that you're going to be going through. I do feel like there's a lot of changes for you. There are a lot of transformations. There are some stuff. It feels like you're stepping out of the darkness and into the light, which is creating that abundance. Feels like something's coming into abundance in some way, a lot of bounty, a lot of stuff coming into fruition here. Feels like the birth of something new, and it all becomes because of the conflicts, the challenges that are going on for you. Okay, that's part of the process. Mira, right. Thank you, Mira. Okay. You want a pet cat? Well, that's something I don't do. I can't tell you what the cat's going to look like. Mira, that's a bit of a tricky question to ask. You know, what's something going to actually look like? A cat with the not something that I do. Okay, so what can you do here? You want a cat, you want a pet cat, and you want to know, well, what do you need to do to get it? Question really doesn't make sense. It's not something that's, it's not what's the word that I'm looking for? It's not fruitful. It's not a fruitful question to ask the tarot. It's not going to be a benefit to ask the tarot that question. How can we do this? I want to get a pet cat, but when and what does it look like? What's it like? Okay, what does Mirror need to know about the cat? But it's not going to be what you think. Let me get into maybe Tarot Familiar might be the best bet here, which is, if I can find, if I remember where I put it. I just had clean up yesterday and moved a few decks around. That's the Waterfall. That's the Hoodoo one. Don't want that one. Just trying to think what's the best. It's not really the best. I'm just trying to think, what can you know about the cat? What do you need to know re the cat? Yeah. I'm just trying to think, what's the best question here? Oh, so what'd you say? Oh, how about a career reading instead? Okay, Mirror, that's a better one to do it. So what do you need to know about career? Let's do the Waterfall Tarot for that one. What do you need to know about your career? What do you need? Oh, there we go. Well, first card that pops out is there are some challenges in regards. Oh, it does feel very light here. Not very good light today. Okay, so it feels like there's a lot of challenges in regards to your career. Oh, popped it, flew out. Feels like there's a lot of hard work involved. Okay, in regards to your career, there's a lot of commitment involved. Feels like there's a lot of challenges to you to getting a career and what you want. Okay, and it does feel like there's things, there's a lot of, feels like there's some things in a weigh heavily on you. It's a real commitment to getting the career that you want. There is going to be some challenges, and it's going to take a real commitment to your career. Okay, so you're going to have to work really, really hard to get what you want. You're going to have to push ahead. Yeah, so if it's about your music business or whatever you're going to do, it's going to take, there's going to be some challenges. Okay, there's always going to be some challenges. There's always going to be some conflicts. It's going to take some hard work. You're going to have to work really, really hard. You're going to have to focus on one area of your life. Focus on one area. Focus on one area of your life. Choose one area and work really, really hard for it. It's going to take a commitment, Mirror. It's going to take a lot of hard work and commitment. Be careful about splitting yourself up into so many different ways. Oh, a sale from Silence. Did not expect that. Okay, thank you very much, Silence. Whoever you are. So let me just find out who you are. Okay. Oh, okay. I did not expect that. Okay. So can I say, whoever this is, who Silence is, can you let me know who donated? And no more questions. No more questions at the moment. I will flick through the free questions after I've done the donations. So whoever donated, let's see what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to see. So I'm just trying to work out who Silence is. I know it will take a few minutes to get through. Okay. You only have to type your question in once, Manu, and don't type it in again. Just once is enough. Okay, I'm actually thinking. Sorry, I'm just looking for a deck in particular. Here's what I was looking for. Yeah. So I'm just. So I'm waiting for the donation first. I've got to wait for the donation, whoever did the donation. Your question will be answered in the way that you came in. There's people before you, Netzel, so you'll just have to wait. There's people I'm waiting for. Okay, so you just have to wait. You'll have to be patient. Silence, you're here. Thank you, Silence. Silence within. Thank you. So if I can just have your question, that will be awesome. Okay, what message does Source have for you? Okay. What message does Source have for Silence within? What message does Source? What message for Silence within? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's just lay these cards out. Do that in a minute. Okay, so let me start here. So the first thing we're going to look at here is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's very important that you finish any tasks that you start in regards to your spirituality or regards to anything in life. It's really important, Silence, that you finish your tasks, that you're committed to finishing that task. That's really important. And that's by you being in control, you being the leader. In your own journey, you being in control of your own journey. So making sure that you finish any tasks that need to be done. That's super important here. Okay, there is victory and success. There might be some challenges, but you will achieve what you need to achieve. As long as you focus on closing, or as long as you focus on finishing what needs to be done here. Okay, you are going to find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, needing to make some wise decisions, clear decisions. Having a sense of clarity within the situation is going to be really important here. Being able to sort of focus on having that sense of inner peace as you sort of move forward on your journey. You are going to find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, trying to decide in which path to take. Okay, so that's really important here. There is going to be some challenges. Definitely feels like there's going to be some hard, you know, there might be some disappointments. It might be some things that don't quite go the way that you want them to. Okay. But it's all about the choices. It's all about the world's your oyster. Anything's possible here. You're really about setting the goals about where you want to be. Making sure you take care of yourself. You nurture your own energy. I feel like you can get quite busy taking care of everybody else and you forget about taking care of you, which can be a huge thing here. So it's all about knowing that things are happening behind the scenes. And I feel like there's your wishes being fulfilled behind the scenes. Things are not always coming in the way that you want them to. Okay, so that's really important here for you to know that things are always sort of happening maybe behind the scenes. You might not quite see what's actually going on, but things are actually happening for you here. Okay, so you've got opportunities arising. Be careful about not missing out on the opportunities that you're being offered. I feel like you've got some opportunities being offered to you, and it's going to allow you to move in the right direction with the Chariot there. And so it's all about allowing yourself to be in a win-win situation, allowing yourself to again, I get that sense of being in control, being that sense of achieving what you want by really focusing on that direction you're going in. So I am getting that sense of positive energy here, that you're moving in the right direction. Manor, please stop typing in your question, please, because it's not being answered at the moment. Just wait. Okay, silence. I'm doing donations at the moment. Okay, so what message does Source have for you? Silence. What else do you need to know here? The first card is the golden moment. It feels like a very sacred space. It feels like making sure you have those moments that you really enjoy, that you're really present in those sacred moments. Connecting to your shadow self, allowing yourself to look at the things that you may deny about yourself and bringing yourself in a sense of wholeness is super important here. So it's allowing you that sense of getting the knowledge that you need comes from within. Okay, so that's really important here, to have that knowledge that lies within you. Okay, so I'm just going to finish up with the Crystal Grid Oracle here. Okay, so let's have a look at the crystals. What crystals are going to be beneficial? Okay, I'll just take those that flipped out, the two that flipped out. Interesting. Self-love and love. Okay, being able to radiate that love from within oneself because you love who you are within yourself as well. What an interesting combination of cards there. So you've got the cobalto calcite with the rose quartz generator. So it's all about self-love and love. So it's all about being able to radiate that love because you love who you are as an individual. And so we're just going to finish off with the animal card. So what animal is going to guide you on your journey? What animal is going to guide you on your journey here? Oh, there it is. What animal is going to guide you? Ant spirit. Could be about collaborating with your spirit guide, really connecting with people of like mind. Can be really important as well. Collaborating with others to assist you on your journey. Know that you're not traveling this journey alone. Can be part of the process as well. So yeah, quite a lot there. So you've got ant spirit for your animal. You've got your rose quartz and the calcite, cobalto calcite. Well, all about love and self-love. With the kitsune, it's all about enjoying each moment along the journey as you really sort of face those things that you deny about yourself, so you become whole, knowing that you gain that knowledge within that knowledge that comes from experience, comes from that learning, and that's very important there. So hopefully that gives you quite a lot of info there. It gives you something to work with on your journey. So let me just pop these cards back, and I will start doing the free list unless there's any donations come through as well. So if there's no more donations, I will go through and start doing the free list now. So just be patient, please. Type your question once. Don't keep typing your question, otherwise you will be missed out. I will not be... You'll just have to wait. Please be patient. Okay, so I have finished with that donation reading. Okay, so I am now moving on to, just give me a moment to look through. Karen. Okay, Karen, Rashima, the scientist, Svetlana, Effie. Hey, Effie. Oh, so Rashima, what can I did that. What can I expect in October? I did that, Rashima. Right. Sounds good. Cool, done that. Said the career one, that's done. Okay, Karen. Oh, I did that. Oh no, can I ask, do my parents struggle with me in dealing with my mental health? Okay, how do your parents deal with this? Oh, okay. So this one is going to be, I'm actually going to use the chakra wisdom tarot in this one here, because I feel like we need a lot of healing energy going on here. Okay, so how do your parents struggle? So what do you need to know about how do your parents feel about the situation? Okay, so how do your parents deal with the situation? How do your parents deal with the situation? Now remember, I'm only doing 2 cards generally with a free reading. If you want more information, don't forget you can donate and go in the draw for a free 30-minute Reiki session, which will be done at the end of the month. Okay, just type your question in once. Yep, cool. Thank you. Thank you, scientist. Svetlana, thank you. Type your question in once. 1 question, 2... because you only get 2 cards. If you want anything more than that, then the donations are available, which means you go in the draw for a free 30-minute Reiki session, and you also get exclusive content on Ko-Fi. Okay, how does Karen's parents cope? How do Karen's parents cope with what's going on? Okay, things can feel a bit shaky and feel wobbly. Your parents can feel as though they're shaky and a bit wobbly with what goes on. It does sort of shake them up a little bit. They do struggle a little bit. That's normal. Okay. But it's part of the process. It's like they allow themselves just to not get too wound up. It feels like sometimes they walk away from it. So they don't allow it to sort of get the better of them. Okay, I do feel like they don't allow it to get the better of them. They might feel as though they sometimes feel like they walk away from the situation so that they can cope better. Yes, the life's a bit of a struggle. Yes, it is challenging to them, definitely. But it does feel like sometimes they walk away for a moment just to give them a chance to breathe, to get their emotional feelings and everything under control by walking away from the situation. That's how they deal with it. So yes, they are struggling with what's going on. That's normal. That's a normal thing. They are struggling with it, but they do find a way to sort of cope by walking. Sometimes they feel like they need to give themselves a break from the situation. They do give themselves a break from it. They sort of look at their energy and how they digest their experiences through this whole process as well. And looking at I want to say what they can do. What they can do is like walk away from the situation in a moment to give themselves a breath. That's what they do to move through it. Okay, yes, they're struggling. Yes, things are a bit shaky and a bit wobbly, but they do find a way to cope by giving themselves a chance to breathe. Okay, they do give themselves a chance. You might find that they might feel as though they walk away from you. Okay, so maybe there's things that you can do. Maybe there's things that you can do. Okay, so yeah, I think you need to get some. I think, yeah, they do cope. It is a struggle, but they do find ways to cope by walking away from the situation. Okay, so just give me a breath for a second. Let me just work through this list. Let me have a look and see who I've done. The scientist. Right, let's have a look at the scientist. I'm just going through the list, so you guys are going to have to be patient with me. Make sure you only type your question in once, because if you type it in more than that, it gets too confusing. Type your question in once. Okay, any messages? Oh, I like these ones. Any messages in regarding to your spiritual guided meditation practices? Let's do let's do Moon and Stars Tarot, Scientist. And I actually need that book because I've got to tell you something. Ah, interesting. Okay. I know what it is. It'll be the star message or moon message. And I just got the first card here is about nourishing yourself. Making sure that you're eating well, drinking well, that you're resting well as you move through your process, as you move through your meditation. Making sure you're resting and nourishing your soul. Okay, you do need to make sure that you're nourishing your soul. Nourishing your soul. Now, you are going to find yourself at a bit of a crossroads trying to find a sense of inner peace. I think you're going to find yourself having to make some major decisions coming up. Okay, so that's why I think it's really important that you take care of yourself, that you nourish your soul. Okay, so the first thing I need to say to you is, okay, your star messages: appreciate what you have and keep nurturing what you want to see grow. And your moon magic and affirmation is being in touch with your femininity. It's being in touch with yourself, being in touch with your own self. I think in just many ways. I don't just not necessarily your femininity, but more about just being in touch with your soul is what I'm getting here. Just being in touch with your soul. I think that's really important here. Okay, so the next one was the two. I just want to see what message they have for you here, the moon message for the Two of Swords, or star message in this case. Make a decision about which direction to take, as doing nothing will hold you back. Okay, so that's basically it about the decisions that you need to make. So hopefully that sort of gives you some ideas about what you need to do. Is making sure you nourish your soul is what I keep getting. It's more about nourishing your soul, making sure you're eating well, drinking well, sleeping well. Because you are going to find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, and it's important that you actually make the decision to move forward and don't get yourself stuck. Okay, so that's going to be really important. Yes, you can donate. Yes, you're quit. If you do donate on PayPal, please let me know. If you just go through Ko-Fi, it's the same thing. If you go through the Ko-Fi link, it does the same thing. You can see the link up the top, or link in the chats down below, Valerie. If you donate through Ko-Fi, then I know that you've actually donated because it shows up in the chat. So if you do donate, please let me know. Right, so Scientist KD, you've done. Right, Svetlana. No, I did see Svetlana's question here. Okay. Yeah, if you just let me know if you do donate so that I can check. Valerie, no worries. If you go through Ko-Fi, you'll also get some exclusive content as well. You do get some previews of videos and all sorts of little bits and pieces that don't get through PayPal, of course. Right, Svetlana. So you want someone's feelings towards you. Ouch. Shouldn't do that. That hurts. Okay, so someone's feelings towards you. Okay, let's do the waterfall tarot. These feelings towards you. Right, let's have a look. What's going on here? What's these feeling towards Svetlana? It's definitely a shift, a moving away. Being analytical in the situation here. I don't know why that's oh, could be this. No, sunlight lights are a bit funny. Does that make a difference? Slightly. I think it's the sun. It must be the skylights. That's what happens when you live in a caravan. Let's try this other skylight. Yeah, try that. That's a bit better. Now I feel like I'm sitting in the dark, but so we're looking at shifting, things moving away, and there needs to be a little bit of analyzing on the situation, Svetlana. You need to sort of analyze what's going on, why the shift, why the movement. Definitely feels like he's leaving behind something. So there does need to be a very, I feel like there's a lot of analyzing the situation going on. So it could be that he's moving away. And he's analyzing actually analyzing what's going on for themselves. Okay, so it's not quite necessarily what you want or what you're expecting, but I do feel like there's some movement going on and there's a lot of analyzing in the situation. Okay, so let me have a look here. Who else? Okay. Svetlana. Effie. Hi. I don't know if Effie, if you just popped in to say hi. Shima, you've done that. Alexandra. Mira's done. Oh, you, Karen, you changed that question, which I did. Okay, so just trying to work out who's next. Okay, Manua. Let's have a look. Just making sure there's no other questions here. Okay. What are Wahid's current feelings and thoughts towards you? Okay, so what's going on with Wahid? How's he feeling towards Manua? What's going on here? Feels like he doesn't want to, he's sort of resting, taking time out from the situation. He's not really, sort of feels like he's sort of wanting to take time out from thinking about anything right now. He's just sort of taking care of himself. I feel like his focus is his own thing. Sense of independence. Feels like he wants to sort of take a break from the situation. Is when I get Four of Swords is about taking a break. Okay, taking a break from the situation. May see you as someone who's independent, who's passionate. Oh, thanks, Valerie. PayPal. Okay, I'll check on that one then. So, Valerie, if you can just type in your question, that'll be great. So it does feel like he does see you as someone who's independent, who's creative, who's quite bold or dynamic. You do have a lot of, just feel very bold and dynamic, but feels like he wants to take a break from the situation. With the Four of Swords is about that sense of taking a break, taking a moment to breathe, but does see you as someone who's independent. Okay, now this is a legal issue. Okay, now you've got to remember this is a legal issue. Okay, let me just get into my PayPal. Just give me a second here. Now, we do have to be a little bit careful with legalities and things like that. Let me just get into my PayPal. It takes me a minute. Let me just do this. I'll just have a little bit of a think about how I can do this. Okay, so I just wanted to check to see what that was. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let me have a look at this. Okay, because this is a bit of a legal issue, so I do need to be very, very careful about how I answer this, remembering, how can I put this? You know, we say this is for entertainment, but it's not, you know, legally we're not really, we need to be very, very careful. Just getting, sorry, I'm just looking for a deck in particular. Oh. I might do this way. Okay, so what do you need to know in regards to the custody? What do you need to know in regards to what's going on? Do the shamanic medicine cards. Okay. Okay, Two of Pipes. Feels like there's a lot of choices to be made yet. I think there's still a lot yet to be discovered. There's a lot of stuff to go on. Okay, with this. Okay, there are a lot of, I know that there's a lot of uncertainty in the situation. Feels very uncertain at this time. It's interesting because we get the Three of Vessels here, and Three of Vessels is a sense of celebrating, of celebration. So even though things might seem uncertain, I think it's about celebrating what you've achieved or what you've done so far. I feel like there's sort of a midway point. And I know things are a little uncertain, things are unsure about which direction they're actually moving in, but it's about being able to acknowledge what you've actually achieved so far. Oh, he wants to use your health. Yeah. Okay, so I do feel about, lawyers and things like that are going to be very important here. So I think it's very much about what does your lawyer think. I think it's very important that you've got your lawyers sorted, that you're in control of the actual journey here. I think there's a lot of uncertainty and things like that. You need to look at what you've achieved, but I definitely think it's about the lawyer. It's about the lawyer that you're going to have to get. Okay, so I'm just going to use one more card. It's all about, I know he's untrustworthy. It's all about using your own abilities. Yeah, it doesn't matter that you've got nothing. You can be given a lawyer. You can still have a lawyer who can still work for you. Yep, so you get a free lawyer. You still have to have someone who works for you. He still has to do the best for you. Yep. You're still the mum. You're still the mum. Don't keep bringing in that negative energy, because what you're doing is you're sabotaging. The more you focus on that negative energy, the more you sabotage the positive results. Yeah, I know you're in Belgium. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think you've already been through this process. We've already discussed. It's all about what you choose to do with your abilities. It's all about the action. The more you focus on the negative aspects, the more you're bringing that negative into your life, Valerie. Okay, the more you focus on the negative, it's all about using what you have to the best of your ability. Yeah, it's very important that you don't keep focusing on the negative, because if you keep focusing on that negative, that's what you're going to bring into your life. Okay, so let's just bring in a card here. It's shamanic medicine card. What card's going to help move forward on this? Yeah. Okay, disperse. It's all about letting go, getting rid of all that negative energy. Let's see what the rattle has to say. Give me a shake to clear the way. Send the lower vibes away. Journey into high-pitched sound. Feel spirit move all around. Rattle appears to scatter the illusions of your conscious mind. As you shake the sacred shamanic instrument, its high tones resonate in your head and the upper parts of your body, clearing your mind and planting seeds of purity. To the shaman, rattle embodies the sacred forces of the cosmos through its sounds, masculine and feminine structure, the seeds within and its connection to trance. You've spread yourself too thin, and rattle asks you to shake things up. You have a destiny to fulfill, to sustain the order of existence. As you step up to the challenge, work with rattle to invoke the medicine of your power animals and assistance from the spirit world. Create sacred space and direct energy and prayers with intention as you work with rattle to spread healing to the world. Rattle will help you disperse any lower energies that are preventing you from walking your chosen path. Tune into your healing high frequencies pitch of rattle to connect to this instrument's shamanic power. Don't allow your emotions to run the show. Past hurts are affecting the way you come across to others. Don't settle for second best. Do not mistake kindness for weakness. You are easily influenced. Shake off the lower energies, rattle and roll towards your destiny. Okay, so it's very important that you let go of all that negative energy. Just shake it away. Okay, be positive. I am mum. Okay, I am providing the best for my child that I can with what I've got. I am doing the best I can. I'm providing a good home with love. It's not money. Love is so important in a child's life. It's not about the money. It's about love. How much love do you give your child? That's what's really important here. So I give love to my child. I love my child. I provide what I can for my child with the love I give. That's what's important here, is love. So it's all about what you focus on. It does talk about celebration. It does talk about you celebrating, but it depends on your focus. It's all about your focus. The more you focus on him having custody of your son, that's what's going to happen. But if you can focus on you being the best you can possibly be, you give your child love. You provide your child with food. You give your child, what you can. That's what's important. That's what's important. It's the love that counts. It's the love you give your child. Okay, so really focus on what's important for you. Okay, Valerie. Okay, so that's the donations done. I'm going back to a little bit of time yet, and I will go through and do some of the questions. Right, let me go through and have a look here at what I've got. So oh, we've gone over this so many times. I feel like sometimes we repeat questions, guys. You're just repeating your own questions. Oh god. Okay, so let me have a look at this. Let me have to see what can we do. Your hubby's feelings. There's no contact. It's time to move on. Basically, my first word here is move on. Okay, so let's do. You want to know what's going on with the relationship, what you can move forward. You need to find your own light. Okay, you need to find your own light in your life. You need to let your true self shine through. It's about coming out of the poor, it's coming out of that attitude, it's coming out of where you are right now. It's about moving forward. Very much about moving forward in your own life. There is no action towards you. There's no feelings. There's nothing. It's about no contact. So it's about finding your own light out of the darkness here. It's about being led out of the cold. It really is about overcoming those challenges that you're feeling at the moment. It's really about moving forward into your own journey. Forget about your husband. Forget about your ex. It's no contact. It's time to move on. Time to start living your life. Start finding your own light. Okay, Kitty. Queen. What's the future hold for? Okay, what does the future hold? Okay, what does the future hold? does the future hold? Interesting. We get the 8 of Cups and we get the 8 of Pentacles, which talks definitely about closure, about walking away, having a sense of closure about the situation. Okay, so we do feel like there's a walking away from things for a moment and trying to sort of finish off the task, maybe have a sense of closure in the situation. So, so will he accept you? Feels like there's been a shift going on. There does feel like there's a change been happening within the relationship, and it does feel like he's walking away. He's sort of had enough of something going on, something happening. So he's looking for some closure. Does feel like he's looking for some closure in the situation. Okay, so you ask a yes or no question. Will I be able to answer correctly my questions? Natalia asked me today, and was she asked me? Well, what's going to happen today? Basically, what's going to happen today? Let's have a look. What's going to happen today? Oh, it feels like good fortune. Feels like things will work out all right in regards to the questions. And it's unknown in regards to the job offer. Okay, so yes to your questions being answered. Unsure in regard to the job offer. There seems to be other influences and things going on as well in regard to that situation. There'll be some other influences and things that could influence the final decision in that, but that's still unsure. Yes, it does feel like you will answer the questions correctly though. Okay, so you want to know what happened with the guy with the blue eyes you flirted with on the dating app? What happened? Yeah. Maybe he was married. Maybe he was married and you sort of had to have the sense of endurance or stamina, having that sense of strength or courage to sort of move on from it. Just wondering if he was married in some way. Well, it was my first thought when I saw that, which was a strange thought, but first thought was that he's married. So you're going to need some endurance, some strength to sort of move through it, just to let it go, move on. If he hasn't contacted you, okay, if you've typed in your question, I will answer them. But I am running out of time. So I'm just going through the list now. So if I missed you, I've missed you. Okay, what's your plans for your relationship? Oh, that flew out as soon as I said that. Card that flew out was the moon card. It's interesting. Oh, feels like you're moving through. So it feels like the plan is unknown. There is no plan. It feels like they're moving through into the unknown. There is that, unsure about what lies ahead, of moving through into new possibilities. Okay, so it definitely feels like this unknown. So what's he expecting from you? Adventure. Okay, with the King of Wands, the first word that came to mind was adventure. Feels like they're wanting passion, creativity, adventures, outdoors sort of energy. So definitely the no plans for the relationship is unsure about what lies ahead, but wanting definitely wanting adventures and things like that, new opportunities type of things. Okay, info. Okay, what's going on with info moving to Karachi? Okay. Will there's definitely a lot of transformation and changes going on. There's definitely moving forward in that, and quite quickly as well. It does feel like you'll move quite quickly to Karachi. There is a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of transformation, a lot of changes needing to take place into regards to Karachi. And unfortunately, without getting any more information, without getting any more cards or anything like that, I can't tell you about the finances, but you're definitely going to be creative. It definitely feels like there's passion, things moving quite quickly in the situation. So there's definitely a lot of changes, a lot of transformations coming into the play, a lot of changes happening, and definitely moving forward quite quickly here. So things will happen quite quickly, but it's not talking about your finances at this stage. Right. I'm on my last few. I think I'm just going to do ending soon. Okay, so I'll do these last few questions. Last couple of questions that I'm doing now. Okay, how can I make my relationship with Ragav interesting? Okay, that's an interesting one here. Let me get into the deck of heroes. So how can you make your relationship with Ragav interesting? Oh, gee, that flew out. Okay, the first card here we have is Two of Wands. The world's your oyster. Anything's possible. It's all about the decisions, what you're looking towards in regards to your goals, in regards to the relationship. So really, it's whatever you choose to do. The card that flipped out here was the King of Cups. Okay, so maybe dipping your toes into the relationship, just sort of feeling the way a little bit, allowing yourself to dream big in regards to the relationship. I think there's a lot about looking ahead. Definitely feels like you're looking ahead and you're dreaming big, like you're looking at what's possible, what opportunities arise within you to make the relationship interesting. I think it's really about what inspires you, what gives you the inspiration, in regards. Oh, okay, one more card flipped out here, and that's the Ace of Pentacles. The potential for the relationship is whatever you decide to make it. Really, it's all about your own thoughts. It's about using yourself, using your own thoughts to manifest what you want. The potential's there for whatever you choose to make it. Really comes down to your own thoughts, and you know the situation better than anyone else, basically, to make the relationship interesting. So really is about dreaming big within the relationship to make it what you want. And so it's very much about looking ahead at the possibilities, looking at the decisions, the choices to make. What choices are you going to make? Right. Kitty. Whoops. Kitty, I meant to do first. Will my current connection with Scorpio move into a commitment? Okay. What's going on with the relationship here? We've got Three of Cups, which is about celebrating. Definitely feels like there is definitely something there. It's growth and expansion. Night, Rashima. Take care. Welcome, info. Okay. So it's very much about celebrating. So yes, it can move into a commitment. That's it here. What do I get? Wheel of Fortune. Good luck. It's about putting something aside for a rainy day in a way. I feel like something needs to be put aside for a rainy day. So yes, it can be moved into a commitment. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. It just feels like everything's going to move in. Let it move organically into a commitment. Don't push. I think if you push, things will change, but it does talk about good fortune. It does feel as though you've got the Three of here, which is about that celebration, that thing about moving into whatever you want to make it. So it definitely feels like there is a definitely good fortune coming in, but just be careful about what you're holding on to as well. What are you putting aside for a rainy day sort of thing? Be careful about what you're holding on to as well. You don't want to push it. You don't want to force it. You want to let things grow organically. Okay. Try not to rush. Cool. Now, why is my, just heard a beep. 1 second, guys. Just going to make sure that it's not. No, nothing there. Just making sure. Try not to rush. That's good. Okay. Just make sure that's not. Got children who honk. Make sure that's not them. Okay, it's not me. Right, how does Daryl feel about me since our recent breakup? Okay, let's do Moon Baby Tarot. How does Daryl feel? How does Daryl feel? How does Daryl feel about the breakup? Feels like he's focusing on that negative, you know, being very careful. He's looking at what he can and cannot control, looking at things. It's a very long, he feels like it's a long journey. It's a long journey ahead. He feels like he's got a lot of work to do within himself. I do feel like he's looking at his emotional, you know, what he can and cannot control, looking at maybe a little bit of the spilt milk sort of thing, worrying a little bit about the spilt milk, and knowing it's going to be a long journey ahead in regard to his own healing, moving forward in his own journey. It's going to be a long journey ahead for him. So I just feel like he's quite wound up in his own stuff. Daryl's very wound up in his own stuff, not really worrying about you as such, but thinking about himself, about his own journey and what he can and cannot control, and definitely knows it's going to be a long journey of healing. Okay, so that's it. I've really got to finish up here. Is there anyone I've actually missed? There's someone I've actually missed, and I think I've done everybody. So, whew. Just make sure you guys take care of yourselves. Think about your own journey. all about you. You know, how you can achieve what's right for you is super important here. So let's do a little bit of a, let's do a blessed be card, blessed card, blessed card, blessed be. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a pick a card 1, 2, and 3. So everybody who's still here, even though I'm ending, I like to finish on a blessed be. I'll finish up on a blessed be card. So let's have a look and see what your blessings are. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So think about your card, 1, 2, or 3. Card number 1 is a blessing to bring some clarity to the situation that's going on. If you've chosen number 2, a blessing to heal a relationship. If you've chosen number 3, it's a blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. It's an interesting one. So maybe somebody around you's not well, or someone could be who could be unwell, who maybe not quite, who may be close to passing. That's a blessing for those, to make it a bit smoother, to make it a bit soother there. So if you've got someone around you who's already ill, who's already close to that stage, that's for them. Okay, it's not saying that anyone's going to die unexpectedly or anything like that. It's someone who's already in that state. Okay, that's what that one's for. That one is to heal any relationships that you've got. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to fix it. It's going to be the way that you want it to be. When you're saying blessing for a relationship, it means it's going to be the best it needs to be in that moment, or the perfect in that moment. Whether that means splitting up, it just means that you communicate more, better, easier. You're able to express how you feel to each other. Just feels like you can communicate better with each other when it's the healing of a relationship. Okay, it doesn't mean it's going to be the way it was. It doesn't mean you're going to be together or anything like that. It just means you're going to be able to communicate better, and you're going to be able to move forward in the right way, move forward in the right path. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to fix it. Just means that things are moving in the way that it should do. This one here, with the blessing to bring clarity, it means that you're going to get a clear mind. You'll be able to sort of focus a little bit better, maybe cope with things easier, because you're going to have a clear mind with what's moving forward. Okay, so that's your pick a cards 1, 2, or 3. And really that's it from me. I think I've done everyone's readings. I really have to been on for what, an hour 20, a little bit longer than I thought. But I do like to make sure that readings are done. I really want you guys to be empowered on your journey. Really want you to be in control, to be focused on your journey as well. Is super important. Whew. So that's it from me. I've finished. I've completed. Oh, Madeline, I'm sorry, I'm out of here. I've been on for long enough. I've done a few donations. I've done a few free readings. I'm absolutely had it. If you're interested in a reading, there are alternatives with Ko-Fi, with the links down below. But no, I'm had it now. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be.